Good morning, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Lara, this is the boy, and today we're at Mammoth Caves, Kentucky. As I said in my intro, this is a cave exploration video. More specifically, we're going into Mammoth Caves and taking one of their tours. So I'm going to show you ghosts what we see and hopefully some really pretty sights. So without further delay, let's get started. A bus. We're gonna get on a bus.
Hey, you guys my Celveland Avenue tour, right?
Yes.
Good deal. Folks, who here, by a show of hands, has physically read the tour description of this tour? Okay, I'm counting about 3 people. Good. I'm hoping you shared with the other parts of your group that this is one of our more strenuous tours here that we offer at Mammoth Cave National Park. This tour is going to be around 2 miles, and we have over 400 stairs. About 200 of which, well actually they're split in half. And they're right at the very beginning and right at the very end. Because the main bulk of this tour is entirely flat. Celveland Avenue is one of only 4 passageways in the entirety of Mammoth Cave that have high quantities of a formation called gypsum flowers. Imagine crystal flowers that bloom off of the cave wall, sparkling and shining down there. They can be tiny little rosettes and only this big around. Some of them are over this big. All right, you guys got your tickets?
Yep.
All right, load them up the bus.
Okay.
Morning. Good to see you again.
Yeah. When we get there as well.
Got a bus.
All right, you guys ready to go down in the cave? All right. It is a lot of stairs down, so please take your time, and we will all reconvene down in the cave where hopefully it's a lot warmer. Follow me, folks. All right. Welcome to Mammoth Cave, guys. Is this what you expected?
No.
This is actually, contrary to what it looks like, an extremely famous spot here at Mammoth Cave. In multiple accounts from the 1840s all the way well into the 1900s, this spot is specifically noted in many accounts of people visiting Mammoth Cave. Because where you guys are looking at is Dismal Hollow. Because at this point, your guide would gather everyone together after they had gone down through the historic entrance, gone around the giant's coffin, crossed the bottomless pit, went through Fat Man's Misery, crossed an underground river, walked for 2 further miles down long, big passageways, and walked a mile down a crystal-encrusted passageway, only to get to right here and have your guide say, "Folks, you did it. You're halfway done. Now we have to turn around and go all the way back." These massive, mammoth passageways. Well, you guys think your eyes are adjusted well? You guys ready to go see the sparkly stuff?
Yep.
All right, follow me. Well, folks,
Oh, that is the
here are the gypsum flowers.
Yes.
So, definitely keep your eye out on these crystal flowers. We'll talk more about them up ahead. Shiny.
Mm-hmm. Do you like this? Yeah. The flowering gemstones.
Another type, and we've already seen it, of course, are going to be our gypsum flowers. Rosettes and all different tendrils coming off of the wall. Vast quantities of this passageway are covered in them, but very uncommon for Mammoth Cave as a whole. Again, maybe 4 places in all of Mammoth Cave have gypsum formations we could call flowers. Right over here. These are called gypsum duck feathers. And tiny little tendrils kind of forming a blanket across the ceiling. And, well, these ones look a little bit different than the other ones, don't they?
Looks like barnacles.
Well, what color are they?
Black.
Gray, black. What color were the other ones?
White.
White, orange. Why would these ones be gray and black?
Iron.
Who said soot?
That's it.
Soot, smoke, exactly. Tourists
Oh.
holding up their lanterns and their torches up to take a look at the cool gypsum duck feathers.
You said this is the entrance to the Wild Cave
Yes.
tour.
Mhm. I'll show you some of that passageway up ahead. Well, yes, this is one of the ceiling rocks used by the Wild Cave tour because you will have one ranger in a passageway about 10, 12 feet through that rock that's been paralleling us for the past 1/8 of a mile. And you'll have another ranger sitting right there. In a sense, test hole for the Wild Cave tour. That's it.
Yep.
That is called the bear hole. The bear hole is about 2 feet wide and a little less than a foot tall. And it's about 4 feet long. And yeah, we lead tours through that passage. I used to be able to fit through that passage. Where some folks might not be able to fit into their favorite pants, I can't fit through my favorite passageways right now. But we lead people through there. And the bear hole gained its name actually from a visitor. A gentleman was on the Wild Cave tour and got to this point. And as he was crawling through there, his belt buckle kept turning sideways and wedging against the rock in there and would pin him against the ceiling. He took off his belt and tossed it out of the hole. He left his pants down in there. Pantsed himself as a 200-person Grand Avenue tour walked by. The bear hole is spelled B-A-R-E, folks. That's the hole, the bigger hole to bypass the bear hole.
Yep, that is the hole.
That place is called Castration Rock because as you crawl through there, there is a pointed rock that goes right between your legs. Cave explorers have wonderful senses of humor, right? What year do you think that was?
Gosh, it was probably 10 years ago.
10 years ago. You probably don't remember who your guides were, do you?
I know that it was 2 females, but I don't remember anything else.
Actually, that does limit it down. So, maybe I'll see if I can figure out who those are.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Some of these are almost 6 inches long. And again, they're preserved because they're up here in these crevices where tourists back in the day couldn't get a good look at them. So to grow all of this, it had to take a very long time. As we also established earlier, gypsum dissolves in water. It is an evaporate mineral. And so any type of moisture is going to get rid of this stuff. And one of the first photographers, Waldak, took a photograph of this by lighting it up with burning magnesium. Hence its sad state today. She was arguably one of the greatest singers of all time. And she passed away less than 10 years from the invention of audio recording. We have no idea what she sounded like today. But the people who listen to her sing, and we do have recordings of her children. Her children are amazing singers, but she was leaps and bounds better than them. And she came and visited Mammoth Cave when she passed through here with the person she was traveling through with, a gentleman by the name of P.T. Barnum. So Barnum and Jenny Lind traveled to Mammoth Cave. They visited Gothic Avenue where she sat in the devil's armchair. And then supposedly she came here and had lunch at the dining table. All right, and another famous one right here is the floral cross, which was also captured by magnesium light back in the would have been late 1870s. Used on the Wild Cave tour. Ashley, what do we call this hole?
Hell.
It is the hell hole. It's been a while since I've been on the Wild Cave tour, Ashley, and I don't think we ever got paired together. But what were the directions to get through there? Because this is actually a test.
This is where you come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go
The
in.
other side further down, yeah. And you go in and you take a left at the pit, and then you keep going probably about 3 rights and then a left, and then there's another pit. And this one has a rope. You swing across the rope, and then you get up, keep going, and then there's some sharp rocks that stick up on the left side. You have to squeeze to the right side to avoid them, and then you have to crawl underneath another set of rocks in order to then climb up the next set of rocks, and then eventually come out right here.
And we actually, as a test, to make sure people understand what we've been teaching them for caving throughout Celveland Avenue, Ashley and I, we aren't in there with them. We give those instructions to the lead of the visitors, and the visitors lead themselves. Looks like a fish. If you stand on one leg, squint and tilt your head. I mean, once you kind of know what you're looking for, like, you know, there's the eye, there's the mouth, kind of like a sunfish, like a bluegill.
Or an anglerfish.
Yeah, something like that. Now, you had a near-death experience.
Yeah. The first big jump that you do?
The first climb up. Yeah.
Fell in between it.
Yeah.
And a hiker grabbed my helmet. So my neck could have easily snapped. Scraped my whole leg.
That's a fun one.
I want to go back and do it.
And they made her
Well,
walk
it's an
back.
option.
And they made her walk back out Carmichael.
By yourself?
No, she came up with a snowball tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to do it though. But
It's
Yeah,
fun.
it's a lot of fun.
It is. It's definitely an endurance trip.
Yeah.
And some of the best things, it doesn't really matter your size. You either have to be flexible or have a lot of upper body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because I guess this is fun, but
Thank you all so much for coming along.
Thank you. It was a much better experience this time.
I'm glad.
Squishy squish. So we just finished the Celveland Avenue tour. I'm sorry if the camera's a little shaky. My hand's a little shaky because we just climbed 200 steps.
It was a lot of fun. It wasn't as cold because it's cold outside, but there's no wind. And the yes car, I know the seatbelt is off. Anyways, yeah, so apparently it's like 54 degrees all year round inside the cave, which actually isn't bad because there's no wind. So it feels a lot warmer than it is.
It was nice and comfortable. And you guys have already seen the clip of the place where I almost died. We got to talk with the tour guides on the way out about that experience, and it also gave me a little bit of a break because 200 steps. The tour was great. In the past, I did every single tour they have. So in the gift shop, you got a bat. Ain't he cute?
I love bats.
So cute. One of the main things about
Mammoth Cave.
One of the main things about Mammoth Caves is their bat preservation, because their bats have an white nose
disease.
White nose syndrome.
Syndrome? Okay.
Their bats are infected with white nose syndrome. So You have to like walk across a woolite mat on your way out so that you don't track it to other places, and it's deplenished by like 90% of their bat population. So the bats are a big deal in Mammoth Caves because we want to preserve the ones that we have.
So I bought a bat to help out because all like some of the proceeds go towards helping the bats.
Yes. So as far as the cave tour is concerned, our guides were hilarious. They were great. And I would rate the tour 5 out of 6 just because I thought we were going to see the snowball room, but we didn't. We turned around just shy of it. So I'd really like to show Cain more of the different tours, probably the lantern tour, because I remember that being my favorite. What did you think of it?
I mean, I loved it. I like exploring, and then I want to come back and do the wild caves.
Yeah, he wants to do the tour that I did when I almost died, when I had my near-death experience. Well, we loved the cave. It's always a beautiful sight. Cameras don't do it justice. So if you're ever in the Kentucky area, make time to see Mammoth Caves.
It is massive.
It is.
I
It
didn't
lives up
expect
to
it.
its name.
I really didn't expect the cave to be as big as it was.
Yeah. So with that being said, for the comments down below, let me know if you've ever been to a cave. And if you don't talk to us about that, tell us what your favorite species of bat is. I like fruit bats.
Just a normal black bat.
Yeah.
Just a normal one.
And if you don't talk to us about that, just talk to us about something, because we love for you to talk to us down in the comments.
Or a wolf bat.
Wolf bats are cute too.
Wolf bat.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye.
Bye.